Turning to Sudan now, where intense fighting has broken out near al-Jili, an oil refinery, north of the capital, Khartoum. The Sudanese army said it reached the area on Wednesday, but the Paramilitary Rapid Support Forces has refuted those claims. People have been seen celebrating the arrival of the army in nearby Hajr al-Assal, which was previously under the paramilitary group's control. Hiba Morgan's joining us now from Khartoum. Talk us through what's been happening, Hiba.
Well, since the early hours of Thursday morning, there were heavy plumes of smoke rising from the direction of the refinery in the northern part of the capital that covered the skies of the capital, Khartoum, especially in the western part of the city of Omdurman, here in the capital. Now, the army, since Wednesday morning, launched a strong offensive to try to retake the refinery and was able to take several positions back from the RSF, reaching to the point that they entered the city of al-Jili, where the refinery is located, but not exactly taking over the refinery. Now, it's quite significant. Al-Jili refinery is quite significant because it's one of the 3 refineries here in Sudan and used to produce about 100,000 barrels per day. But that was before the conflict. Since the RSF took over, there has been very little to no production, and there has been repeated airstrikes and artillery strikes by the Sudanese army as it tries to regain control of the refinery. There's also another significance: the location of al-Jili. It's straddled right along the border between the capital Khartoum and River Nile state, and that's in the northern part of the country. Whoever controls the refinery controls that area and the access to River Nile, but access to the northern part of the capital as well. So the army has been trying to regain control from the RSF because their presence around the refinery and inside the refinery has limited the army operations in trying to take over the northern part of the capital completely.
Yeah, but we've got to remember, of course, the fighting is not just near the capital, is it? What else is happening elsewhere?
Well, there has been artillery strikes exchanged between the Sudanese army and the paramilitary rapid support forces in the city of al-Fashir. Now, that's the last remaining major army stronghold in the Darfur region, the capital of North Darfur. The RSF gave the army and its allied forces 48 hours to either surrender and leave the city and hand over the garrison there, or that they will face an imminent attack. Now, that attack was supposed to start this morning. There were no direct confrontations, but the artillery attacks did happen, and there were airstrikes launched by the Sudanese army against positions of the RSF. There was also fighting reported in northern Kordofan, that's in the southern part of the country, where the army has been trying to retake back territory from the paramilitary RSF. So there has been fighting around the country. The army is trying to either maintain the territories they have, such as al-Fashir, or trying to regain control of territories from the paramilitary rapid support forces, such as here in the capital, Khartoum, or in the northern part, in northern Kordofan. But so far, it's the civilians who are concerned because they're the ones who are being caught in the crossfire between the 2 warring parties.
Hiba Morgan in Khartoum. Hiba, thank you very much indeed.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.